Hi. Look, there's too much energy in here. I decided to pick up somebody else's energy, like yours. So here I am. I'm going to answer some questions for you guys today and fix myself. Hi, my Amy, my faithful friend. Hello. It's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Well, like talk with you. Thank you. Thank you. Show me. I'm not sure if I'm doing a collective or sharing energy. What do you think, Amy? Been pimping. Yeah, been pimping. No. That ain't the job for me, my friend. That ain't the job for me. A collective read? Yeah. I could see us needing that. Let me, if I'm going to do a collective, let me pull up the chart. And I shall get my life together. Yeah. I have been doing the DBT therapy. I don't know if you can hear me. Let me know, Amy, if you can still hear me. That'd be awesome. Personally, I am really wanting to see where the moon is right now. Oh, that's awesome. I love my therapist. Oh, and the rhinestones. That's cool. I'm having my first Chiron return right now. So it's an interesting experiment, going through the Chiron stuff and then going to therapy, because that's awesome. Here, I'm trying to open up my own chart. That's not the one I need. Okay, let's see, the moon's in Sag. Okay, at 20 degrees. Hi, Corbin. Thanks for showing up. Hello. Hello, Starry. Hi. Mars is opposing Neptune. Wow. That's awesome. We have a kite in the sky. Look at that. We have a pretty good kite that's forming up, actually. So we're going to have a few more days of this nonsense. It's well, I don't know, that's kind of a hard one. It's okay. So in the next day or two, everyone's getting a message. A messenger is coming. It looks like relationship. It really, really does. Hi, Jeffrey Brady. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Mr. or Miss Raffles. I am a teacher. I'm a very good teacher. I teach astrology and the tarot. I actually took 2 years to write a curriculum because I wasn't just going to read out of a dictionary. But yes, I am a teacher. Wow. Okay, so this kite's going to get stronger, y'all. It is about a relationship, and it's attached in a way to a very brave communication. This brave communication can affect some really big change. Where's my ephemeris? Where's my ephemeris when I need one? You know, I should be able to go chop chop and the ephemeris show up. Hi, Lindsay Subzak. It's good to see you, John Gerletti. Hi, son. Thank you, John. Thank you. Hi, Brandon. It's good to see you, friend. Yeah, this is about a relationship. Someone is bravely, because that's so weird. I was going to do the reading for Aquarius for my patrons over on the Patreon channel. And that's what was coming first, Aquarius. And I was like, okay. Okay, get off of me. And then the energy shift real fast. So I was like, you know what? Let me go play with y'all's energy for a while. Just get out of the energy in here. Hi, Lils. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, Amanda. Yeah, hit the like button. Okay, so if I start channeling, it's because I'm a channeler. I'm a seer. Hello, how are you? Yes, I see the future. I do see things in the future. That's my job. It's my job. One of the biggest things I do this, like the reason I do this for, is to bring peace. And yes, I think peace is absolutely needed. So I put my voice into the world to try to bring comfort, to try to help those that need closure, to help folks make choices and decisions. I speak with people all the time using the field of evolutionary astrology. I kind of dipped into what Jeffrey Green in that field, he's no longer with us on this side. He visits, he does. We had a ghost at the house like 2 nights ago. Did I tell y'all? There was a ghost there's been like 3 ghosts so far since me and Heather have both been together in the house like this. I'm not even kidding you. The thing was coming down the steps, creaking the steps, like right in front of our face. I'm like standing in the foyer going, we hear you. Like, what do you think, you're going to sneak up on us or something? And at the top of the stairs, there was this rip from the sound of duct tape. And that was fun to deal with because we had to deal with that. The first lady that came in here was an elderly woman of lighter skin. And she was telling Heather in the kitchen, I don't like those dogs, very dramatically. So we had to deal with her. There was one more ghost. Where was he? It was a singular male ghost. And we had to back that one up. Heather's the one that backed that one up. But man, this past 2 weeks, I've been having to stand my ground. Say, get out of this house, man. This ain't your house. This is my house. Get out. Yes, I have gone into people's homes and gotten rid of bad spirits. Yes, I have been successful at it because I don't put up with no guff. That's not my style. If I am reading the tarot, these are pictures on these cards, okay? And just like a book with definitions, each card carries a definition. If you work on it and you actually put your brain to use and use the Gemini side of your brain with the Sagittarius side of your brain, you go out into the world and you start making the connections of the words with the picture, then you'd be able to tell a really good story just looking at the cards. It's kind of like, if you're a good storyteller, you'd know. You'd know it. Hi, Cyan. I'm looking at the general map of what's in the sky right now. There are, I don't know why I'm telling you about the telescopes. You should see the size of these flipping telescopes that they've been building. They're nuts. I'm going to be doing more of that, covering the news over on my Patreon channel with my patrons, because I can talk fully in my full expression over there. Hi, John. Sagittarius, no contact with Cancer rising. Well, here, John, let me lay a couple cards real quick. And let's see. John. Oh, that's sweet. All right. Show me her side of it. How does she feel about this relationship with John? Oh. Oh. John, do you want the truth? Or do you want me to pad the truth with some pillows? Oh. Sagittarius, no contact with. Okay, so 100% truth, and you're giving me permission to do this publicly. Because this is more like a private reading. Left-hand side. Oh. Okay, well, it's showing that this person that you're asking about, they were looking for a future relationship of some kind. Like, if you took this person out to eat, like to a dinner, say, because it is sort of showing me that the person sort of flipping through possibly her phone, there's an offer or an offering of some kind. You seemed like a great option, but this person isn't, like, as soon as they met you, I don't know what it was that you were wearing, There's something here about you wearing something, or maybe it has to do with your appearance. You're older. Perhaps you look older than what this person was expecting. There could also be an attachment of an ex with a child. And when you spoke about that, it's sort of like no, almost immediately. If you two had joined and paired together, because I did see something sexual over here where the persons may have kneed another person in the back. It looks like they're kicking someone in the back. That's what it looks like. Someone could have been too hard or harsh. Someone could have been, physical in some way. If you spoke with this person about a long commitment of some sort, that's not what they wanted. I guess you could say almost the attachments that you have around you. The attachments around you. Oh, all right. Next. There you go, John. Yep. Okay, Amy. I'll be right back. I need to go check on Kai real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah. 1 second. Hello. I return. Well, I don't know if you can see behind me. See those two pokey ears? That's my Belgian Malinois. He's trouble. Lots of trouble. Oh, hi, Crystal Candace. I haven't seen you in a while. Hello. Hello. Okay, so I was looking at the chart. What I was saying before, the next 24 to 72 hours is going to be rough. Mars is leaving the sign of Virgo and going into Libra and forming a very tight kite in the sky above our heads. It's all going to be in the air signs. So this is moving, traveling, talking. A relationship is involved because Mars will be going into Libra. So someone is going to, this could be justice. And I'm not just saying that because all the other readers say it. I'm saying it because this is a very valiant, a very righteous sort of stand. It's kind of like the question of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. That's the energy that this person's going to be coming in with. You very well could be this person. It's very strange that my DBT therapist was telling me this week that, Miriam, you have the right to fight for yourself. You can stand up for yourself, you know. And it's that sort of like righteous thing that's coming. And a relationship is involved, yes, because there's going to be this angle where communication in Leo is going to give someone courage to speak their mind. Give me a second and I'll find out about what it is. I need like Jeopardy music right now, please. Jeopardy music. Hold on. Crystal Candace, may I get a love update on my ex N? And if he will contact me by the end of August, blocked, no contact. Okay, hold on, Crystal. N. Show me this person in. Show me this person in. Crystal, I need you to help me out, please. Put N, whoever this is, in your mind. Think about, don't think about how you feel. No. I want you to think about this person's shoes, this person's shorts, the texture of their hair. Show me in. Show me in. For Crystal. Show me in. Crystal, this person felt like you were holding them back. They felt like they could not advance towards choices that they had been waiting to do for a while. Their ambition here, and there is something to do with libido or sex drive that's attached to this person. there's something sexual between the two of you that, like, let's just say that he wanted more. He wanted more than what was going on. He wasn't happy to kind of settle for that. There's also a third party in the picture, Candace. I'm not sure if you knew that or not. This may very well be someone at work that this would be like the kind of job where this person is, there's only one role for the company, you know, like the head of HR or the head of accounting. This person is, they're singular in their skill, just one person sitting at a desk sort of thing. And there's something that this person said about a long-term commitment, being sustainable, someone that you could grow with, someone that you could, it's sort of like the type of person you bring with you to build something stable and strong and like satisfying and all that stuff. So there's also, I'm picking up a male. There's an influence of like a father or a father figure that has also been discouraging in that same way. I don't know if the father is pointing at the mother and kind of saying, look at your mother, look at the type of quality of woman that I married, you know, and if I hadn't have made those, it's like, yeah. There's also some sort of way that you would fight or argue. I don't know if this is sarcasm. It's like childlike thoughts, childlike childlike visions of the future, childlike, I don't know, there's something there, negative speaking about gossip, something that's being, it is something that's being said that's not mature. It's not mature. So this person here who's been giving and counsel, trying to show them the reality. Someone steady. Anyway, there is a third party in this picture. It also could be someone that, let's say this lady that works, you know, the lady that he works with or something, older lady, well established, says, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine or my daughter or, you know, my niece or something like this. And they're saying you want someone who has ambition like your mother. You want someone who, anyway, so now he is going to be introduced to whoever this person is. And there is a curiosity about being very happy. I don't know if N is getting on a flight. Maybe this person was like the father figure saying something like, let's just say that if the both of like something happened to the marriage, do you really think this person would be a good partner with you to parent with under the circumstances? Or is this all just about sex? Anyway, that's what the father said. Kai, what are you eating? Nope. I got to pause. He's got my carpet cleaning thing. No, I'm not going to lose that. Oh, good, because you didn't want to hear that story. Thank you, John. You didn't want to hear that story. It's the story of Kai meeting the cat for the first time on the balcony in my home, where Kai proceeded to return to said event at least 4 or 5 times, just to mark his territory and let it be known that this was the place that I remember the cat just taking his shits all over the memory. Not. I found him this morning, like I'm setting up the studio downstairs because the next magical piece that Heather and I are building, it's going to be a little different, but it's going to be so awesome. Anyway, hammer in hand, you know, that Disney jazz music in the background because the dog loves Disney jazz and Disney lullabies. Keeps him calm. I turn around and he is sitting like a bird perched in my chair, just looking at me, crawling all over my work chair, trying to say, hey, I'm not getting enough attention. So please let me grab the roll of toilet paper, rip it off the stand, and just run through the house. Let me do that. That sounds fun. Yes, Crystal, I didn't want to say anymore. No, he's not planning on coming back. He's planning on like reaching for some career goal that he's been wanting to do. That's the direction he's going in. I'm so sorry. He's not returning. I didn't give advice, but what I will give you is a few oracle cards. Just 1 or 2. This is the hidden future oracle cards. Show me what Candace needs to do, please. Place, Kai. Return to your place. I don't know if someone had a work affair. If there was like an attraction or something at work. There's an action that where it's sort of like you needed forgiveness. They didn't take caution. If it's not you, it's him. Okay? This is the second time this is coming up, okay? I'm not a liar because I have nothing to fear. But this person, he may have had like an affair at work and contracted something. I'm not kidding. This person, to me, it looks like someone lost their temper at work, but there's definitely like an STD thing going on here. It's like a one-time event. They were doing a comparison. They wanted to see what it would be like versus someone else. If it's people that you work with and you were talking about being the one to stalk people and see what they were doing because of their stories, if there was a sort of, this would give like reality TV sort of entertaining, that reality TV is entertaining. There's that sort of vibe where it's very shallow. It's very shallow. It's like wanting to be taken care of in some way, wanting a fantasy of some sort. I don't know. It's like somebody getting an STD at work. A bunch of people are watching them. They're watching how stuff is going down because of bad choices. This person's sort of like, I don't feel bad that all of these things are falling to pieces. I don't feel bad that certain things are being taken away from people right now, or I don't feel bad for them. It's a bad moral call. That's what the oracle cards are saying. Somebody showing how much depth they have. And he's, I guess he's made the connection in his mind that if that's the sort of thing that you watch, envy, lust, greed, and if it's not you, then it's him. He's tired of hearing about it. He's also tired of like people laughing at people who are going through hard times. There's like a shattered world in some way. Seriously, if none of this sounds like you, then it's him. Yeah. There's also like maybe somebody at work that had a crush on you and you didn't stop it in its tracks. It's sort of like saying your friends are as fake as you are. I'm so sorry. And there's a recording that I didn't show you that card. There's a recording of it that another person has heard. It was distasteful to him and he was tired of looking at it. I'm sorry, babe. The side has to be him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, then he has that arrangement to meet. They have not met yet, but he's very excited, like really excited. Okay, I need to move on. Hey, Sierra out loud. I'm not making a list, girl. I was just reading the chart, hanging out. 2 people asked a couple of questions. I stopped, but I feel like I spent a lot of time on those 2 people. So Amy, let's give the personal tarot reads a break. I need give me 10 minutes. 10 minutes, Amy. Ooh. I've been feeling like gospel music this week. You know that? I've been singing gospel music to Heather. Like, don't you know this song? And she's like, I never went to church as a kid. I'm talking to the wrong people. All right, Sierra out loud, and for all my other beautiful people, there's a kite above our head. It's forming up into the air signs. So yeah, there's that. The second thing is Mars is leaving Virgo. Mars is leaving Virgo, and say it with me now. Anytime a planet leaves a sign, they're gonna drop something before they move along. Mars, though, is opposite Neptune. And so let me set the scene for you real quick. Okay, we got a Robin Hood on our hands. This is Robin the F. Hood. Okay, now, if it's not Robin Hood, then it's King Arthur and his 12 merry men, right? The merry men with the tights. So the person that I'm looking at here is, it's like a stand for righteousness. I am a righteous warrior is actually, I think that's Stephen Forrest, actually. I think that's Stephen Forrest. A righteous warrior. It's connecting Pluto and Uranus, also in air signs. So to me, especially with the Aquarius energy, there's a wish or a dream in this attachment that has been talked about. It looks to me like someone who has sat in their mind, they have thought about things. They could have, especially with Uranus in the third house, they could have had instant flashes. I will say also, because Uranus and Gemini are together, there could be some dental issues that start rising up. There could also be, I was about to say it, I really was, parachutes. Could be little parachutes all in the sky, right? Atmosphere, Uranus, weather in specific places. And if you do follow the weather channel, you'll see lots of weather going on all around the world. This can be breaking news, breaking information, stuff that we have never seen people do before. This can also be someone jumping out of a crowd and doing something random, okay? Like you're having a parade. No, that would fit a parade. Well, okay. Nah, I can't say that either, because y'all are crazy. Do something like that. So somewhere like a wedding, okay? Big Roman. This is perfect. Okay, I'm 19 years old. I want to say it's like 1997, 98, something like that. I think it was January 1998. I flew from Florida out west to California, to Modesto, California, where my half brother, Jeff, was getting married. And I was 19. I was a fine dining server on the beautiful Homosassa River with my little black bow tie, right? My black pants and black belt, and they'd make us wear these tuxedo shirt thingies. Anyway, it was all wine and, proper. Well, I made enough money, had my own place, had my own car. I was putting myself 2 classes at a time through college. I wasn't doing half bad for myself, okay? So the dress I bought to go to this wedding was black, and it had embroidered gold all in the bust area. It was beautiful spaghetti strap dress. Well, my brother's mom looks at the dress before we get into the limousine. Like family members jump into the limousine, right? I'm standing there. I really am just, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say those 2 words together on this, but let's just say that I was underneath the lowest poverty line growing up. Money was a whole new thing to me. When I started earning it at 15, I meant it, because I was done with all that. I wasn't going to do that anymore. So I was very happy to be going to a formal wedding in this huge, beautiful Catholic church with like 700 people behind me. And everyone looks like Queen Elizabeth, except me. Why? Ask me why. Because right before we got into the limousine, my half-brother's mom was like, oh, let me get a scarf so that you can cover those. Yeah, let me just wrap that around because tighten a big bow or something. So, of course, all the family sitting on the front row, right? Me in all of my glory sitting on the front row. And they walk the beautiful bride with the long train behind her up to and there's my brother, and he's smiling, crying, and she's smiling and crying. And they hold hands and they turn towards one another. And don't you know, I was off the right-hand side of her, sitting on the first pew. So she grabbed his hands and she turned and looked at me and went, right in front of everybody. And there's my dad's ex-wife trying to get that. My glory. I'm going to start calling him Glory. Glory! Stand up! It was so beautiful. Oh, this dress. Y'all know my Venus is in Leo. When I want to put a shine on it, I surely will. It's terrible, but it is true. I will. Anyway, back to the chart, because that's exactly how the chart is. In every regard that I can possibly think of. This is someone coming out of a group. They have information in their mind. They know something now. They are choosing this, when we study astrology over on the patrons on the Patreon channel. So many of my astrology people, I love you guys so much. You are why I leave. This sort of setup is someone looking at their own self, saying, I am an individual apart from this group. It would be like somebody going to the Dodgers baseball game and everybody's not cheering. They're all just doing this. It's the Dodgers. Sorry about that, Dodgers. Anyway, an alien choosing, I'm so sick and tired of the human skin. I'll take that off, and unzipping like in Men in Black, and just popping out and being like, hello, it's me. It's very much so like that, except that for some people, with Mars squaring the moon, it could come out rather harsh, darling. It's rather harsh. The bad part about today's setup is that the sun is in Leo. Happy birthday, my darlings. I love you so. The sun is in Leo, which means this person's going to do it 100%. They are determined, and the sun is moving from 12 degrees 46 minutes, if you're following with me looking at your charts, because that is the preferred method. Hello. Pull up your charts. You'll see the sun's at 12 degrees 46 minutes in the sky and about to move to the magical number we know as 13. Why is 13 special? Because you've been building up the energy of Leo since the sun got there July 21st, 22nd. Now the energy has built itself up real big. And on the 13th, this is the first day that they're going to open that gate and let the bulls run. It's like that. You finally have the power to do something about it. That day when your brothers, they just spend all their time just doing what they do. But they don't know that since July 21st, I have been fermenting cabbage in a jar under my bed. This whole past 2 weeks, every time they open their mouth, I'm like, They say, make me a sandwich. And I say, mm-hmm. They say, crawl under there and change the oil out in my car. And you go, mm-hmm. You know, when I was in the Army and I was at my second unit at Fort Hood, there was a couple of guys, you know, that if someone made them mad at work, because they were both fishermen, they would take small fish, the size, and if somebody pissed them off at work, man, they'd go running through the parking lot to see whose windows were lowered just enough so they could slip that fish through the back seat. It would hit the carpet behind the driver's seat. So, you know, you wouldn't pick up the strong smell until like the second or third day, except we lived in the middle of doggone Texas. And it was like 110 degrees at Fort Hood. So you can imagine what it would do to that person's car. Because the sun's going to hit 13 degrees and here comes a stinky fish. And the person is dead set on doing it. Dead set. Well, I'm going to go on over there. So if your mom is Riley when she's sitting on the porch in a rocking chair, wherever she's at, and she gets little Riley, you might want to make sure that you water down that vodka or whiskey or whatever it is that she likes to drink, because she surely will. She's going to get her butt up with Mercury opposing Pluto, and she's going to go down that street and tell that girl how it's going to be. You could have a standoff, two grandmothers, right? In the grocery store parking lot, like that movie, Tawanda. You may be young and beautiful, right? But I have insurance. Everybody loves that. Everybody loves it. Oh, you're just a lovely bunch of coconuts. Thank you. They are. Kai, what are you doing? Where do you think you're going to go through the wall? Who are you trying to get to? Y'all weren't here when I talked about the ghosts. But you can drag the circle back and listen to it again. Kai, you stop. Why are you not in your place? Why? What happened to that part? Get on back. Get on back to your place. Did you see what I did on my other TikTok channel? I tethered, that's the right word from the trainer. I tethered his behind to a 10-pound kettle ball. Because today I did. I went there. I said, that's it. He's either going to sit still or he's going to learn how to pick that kettlebell up by a leash, toss it over his back, and carry it around the house like he's a horse. Either way, I win because he will wear himself out. Mm-hmm. See? It just goes to show you with the Mercury opposing Pluto that some people can handle this transit without, you know, any kind of mess going on. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Ooh, 12 degrees of Jupiter squaring, moving into a square. Oh, shit. Things got real. Where's Amy? She knows. She knows. Amy knows. Look at this hot mess, y'all. Hallelujah. Whatever the topic of this is, like I need to start singing to Jesus here. I'm not kidding either. Because Tawanda. Yeah, yeah. You know what this is? This is someone who is scared to They have been carrying a fear inside of their pocket, like every morning, putting it on like an undershirt. And they've been carrying this fear, y'all, for a really long time. I hold you long time. Long time. Yep. Because the grip is in Taurus. The grip, it's in Taurus. So if you know where Taurus is in your birth natal chart, you go there right now. You pull that up on your little phone or wherever you're doing, because that's the house that's going to be affected. Okay? Yeah. And because it's in Taurus, have you ever had a child with a passy? Because I have. Man, that was a losing fight. That was a losing fight. I lost every day. You know why? Because I'm a big old pushover. Every day. She'd hold that pound and she, all day. All day. 4 years of that, because I couldn't say no to the child. I could not say no to the child. Yeah, it's going to hit. And Priapus is going to be at the 18th degree. This is a really big deal, y'all, because whoever is doing this, they're stepping out in faith. Hell yeah, they are. They're scared. You see, Salacia is otherwise known as salacious. It's going to be a bold thing that this person is choosing to do, but they're doing it because they need to nurture themselves in some form of fashion. They have not been receiving or allowed this portion of their identity. It would be like someone coming into your house and saying, you're a dude, so you get to vote. You're a female and you no longer have the right to vote. And then you'd have this righteous stand for liberty to get this person, they're free and full of liberty. They're like free to vote and liberty to make the choice of that vote, right? So the person is scared. They're scared. It has to do with a relationship where dominance and control was at play, quite possibly an expectation that's way too high. Like, I can't reach for that expectation. Ask me why I'm saying it, just ask me. Look at the nodes, north node, south node, making this beautiful, go left. Just if you're looking at the south node, Mars is leaving, right? It's like Mars dropped off the UPS package and is headed that way. So the south node has been holding it, and Juno is sextile. Go left. Please take a left turn. Go towards Scorpio. You'll see Vesta standing there, and behind her is Juno. You know who she is? She's the mama. She is the mama. Like, there's Zeus, and then there's Zeus's wife, and that's that person. So she rings the dinner bell. You're sitting at her table. She's coming to find out why. And more than anybody else, she chases Zeus. So if there are people out there acting like Zeus, you're in for it, man. I'm not acting like Zeus. I'm okay. My problem's not that big. Like, dang. Everything's a test, sure. But this one's coming from Juno. That's Zeus's wife, and Vesta. That's the pure virgin who has very, very high standards. They're together right now. And then let's just like a cherry on top. In walks, do you know what? I'm going to tell you this. For those of you that do not know me or have not known me long, I made a door mat. You know, you can get those things personalized. I made a personalized door mat at my house that says Sancha better run fast. You better run fast. Better pray you can run fast. Why? So my husband loves to tease. He loves to tease. And he does this. He go, baby, would you leave me if I cheated? I said, hell no. Hell no, I wouldn't leave you if you cheated. At this age, hell no. Why would I make it so easy on you? No, 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 no. No. I'm going to go down to your little Sancha and I'm going to make best friends with her parents. It may take me a minute, but I surely will. Okay? You're going to come in after seeing Sancha one day. You won't know who these people are. You're just going to come in and be like, oh, hi, my name's John. Where do you work? Blah, 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 right? And then I'm going to invite her. I'm going to say, hey, dude, you got to contribute to the house that you live in. So get to work. Want you vacuuming over there? We got laundry over there. We got mowing the lawn back there, right? Get to work. Contribute to the house you live in. You're going to be this person? Great. Move in and walk a dog. Get to work. Why would I make it so easy? I would never do that. Ever. No, I'd have sneaky plans. Oh, yes. I'd have me and her mom sitting together at lunch and just be like, oh, hey. Yeah, we went shopping. It's going to happen. What is going on in the chat? Y'all talking about cats. Oh, man. Earthquakes. Big deal. Kamachka, Russia. Right? Who has, in the top 10, I think it's number 4, largest, right, earthquake. Like, it's on the books, top 10, top 5. And not one person was harmed. Not one person was harmed. Like, that's a record. That's got to be a record. Got to be. The Ring of Fire is getting lit up like a Christmas tree right now. Vilyuchinsk, Russia, 5.0 earthquake. That's a shallow one. Yeah, lots of earthquakes going on. Lots of changes going on in lots of places. Might want to look up Antarctica while you're at it. They found a pyramid down there that's 140,000 years old. Yeah. Did you really? Oh, that's really good of you to do. We should be crying at Memorial Day. We should. Absolutely. These were real people with real lives. And instead of pursuing their own dream, you know, they gave theirs up for you. We should cry for the loss to their families and friends, their children they'll never have. We should cry. I agree with that. It's called honor. That's called honor, where something remains special through time because it is that special. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Okay, I talked a little. Amy, I think I can take another question if somebody wants to go. If not, I'm just going to sit here and look at the chart, tell y'all how it's going to be. somebody's like going to walk in and see Sancha this weekend. They're going to be like, and who are you? It's going to be like that. Get out of my house. You don't. But it's going to be awkward. It's going to be awkward. A little awkwardness. That's cool. How do my mom and brother feel about my husband and I? Oh, okay. Stand by. Mom and brother feel. There's been a lot of negative talk between everyone, and the repeating of the negative talk continually showing some sort of do you know what it shows? That the shallow nature of never getting beyond those. Have you ever been in a group of people where they get shocked by like every little thing? Oh my God, I'm so shocked. But then they never process it, you know? They just never process it. So it just remains a shallow thing. They never process what's behind it. And there's, I don't know, one person who's saying, no, we need to have these discussions like again and again and again. It's not leading to anywhere. It's not leading to anywhere. Ooh, let me see what the King of Swords is pointing to. I have a Pisces here, a Leo. Oh, shit. I want to say someone knows too much. That's how they're sort of saying it. They sure are running up such a huge flag that doesn't have any proof in any way. It's sort of like making such a big deal, but with very little. Something's coming back to grab. It happened in the last 2 weeks. There's a consideration between, oh, it's like, man, it's not the direction I thought it would go in. Oh, I see what it is. It's a very absolute choice or decision by someone to be determined, which is in the chart, not to yield over. I don't know if this is an inheritance or it's sort of like not making some sort of legal choice. Okay. I have whoever the earth sign is, they've been very arrogant in shutting down. I feel like it's your brother, Lobo the wolf, you know. There This is something that, hold on. I know it's not just your brother. Where's she at? Your mom and your brother, right? Your mom and your brother. It's not just the two of them. There's a third person there. And this third person has been trying to ask them to decide. But they've been doing it gently, this third person. They've been doing it with kindness, asking for certain things to be moving forward, and that it should have started moving forward by then. I have a Scorpio who's been watching. Ooh, they're in trouble. Something they could have done could have been illegal. Tell me whether I'm seeing this right or not. Out of your mom and your brother, one of them is more cruel than the other. Because I do have one of them that has this third party influence that's very sweet. Looking at the ethics, looking at the choice ethically, but they're kind of saying, yeah, I know that you don't agree with whatever they're doing or whatever they're showing, but they have chosen a good choice. You know, they chose not to XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. It's like letting the other person off the hook, even though there's illegal things going on. It looks like this person could have done all you say, but they haven't. They haven't. They remain quiet. They remain peaceful. They have whatever this is. They have it. And they sit and they wait. So yeah, they even have prayed. That's what they're saying about you. They've even prayed for this person's blessings. They pray for their health. They just want to have, they're not asking for money. They're not asking for an inheritance. It's sort of like, even with very little, this person, someone told them a secret. Who is this? Someone who is giving the other person opinions and filling their ear. Saying that a person is not civilized, they're an animal. But there's no basis for it. That's what I see. There's no basis for it. Someone is showing, I'm hearing it's happening this week. There's, oh, this is very interesting because it's like, I want to get this full message because it's, dude, where's my scrunchie? The left hand shows abundance, while the other person's right hand shows a misunderstanding, a lack of communication, a lack of communicating till the end of the problem. Does that make sense? Communicating until the problem is resolved. And someone afraid to reach out and do that, because the way this person is saying it is because they're a scared little boy. A scared little boy. They're too scared. You were too scared, like a little boy. So I don't know if, and therefore, I should say, and therefore, it's almost like this person is more qualified, more able. They've taken whatever with an extremely dissatisfying situation, and they've instead chosen to step out, having the means or the ways or whatever. They're more able because they show, like, okay, you saw that, right? On the one hand, here's the little boy who's afraid to reach out and talk because they're scared. And then on the other side, this person is saying that this Six of Cups here, who is also the Queen of Cups, that's what it looks like on the desk. Okay, you see the Gemini. Looked to the future, even though there was loss. Looked and counted at the resources they had available to them to correct the situation, and maybe they're still correcting the situation. Maybe it was that big. But this Scorpio person that's asking, where are they at? Where are they? Yeah, whatever happened to so-and-so? Why did that stop? Yeah, they're saying, why would I hand this King of Pentacles thing? I don't know. Why would I give it to them when they've never... More mature. They've shown more faithfulness by not running their mouth, by not gossiping, by not announcing, by holding back, by doing all of this patience. They have more patience. They have more patience. And this person is wanting to offer something. They're holding a bag of money, right? They're scared. Oh, you dealing with the Sag? Aren't we all dealing with the Sag right now? Yeah, like somebody doesn't have the, they don't have the skill to maintain and to bring up a plan forward. It's like sitting idle, just sitting idle. They're getting that talking to by somebody. That's how they feel. I have this person crying, very upset, because they see here the Seven of Swords in the reverse. There's two swords missing. Unable to get up over something emotionally regarding a Six of Cups person. That they were done. Maybe they lost a person in the past like that. They shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. So if that's not you and your husband today, that's them. That was more like a collective read, wasn't it? I mean, but the storyline was like, what? about? Oh, they're both always broke. Maybe it's somebody at the bank, maybe they're trying to get a loan or something. King of Swords in the reverse, a creditor who's always knocking on the door. I think the worst thing that I see here is quite possibly somebody getting a ticket or a judgment coming down for like community service or something. But that's the worst of it that I see right now. But if there is a needing, like on your part, to continue to show the maturity that you have, it has been seen. It has been seen. And there's like a choice that this King of Swords is doing around an ending. And it's going to take a long commitment. And the person is literally saying, why would I give this to you when they're the ones that did all the work? It's like that. Why would she just give all of that to you when she did all that work? So, hope that helps. Okay. Tina's next. All right. Go, Tina. Someone has proven faithful and trustworthy for doing the work. They're faithful, they're trustworthy, they're accomplished. What more could you ask? How come I don't have any Mike and Ikes in here? Stinky Snow. He's Sneaky Pete is who he is. He is Sneaky Pete. And I do call him Sneaky Pete, this dog. I call him Sneaky Pete. He's like a ferret. It's terrible. Hi, Tina B. Good to see you, friend. I hear you have a question that you're willing to go public with. Lay it on me. Go ahead. Go ahead. How do people at work truly feel about you? That's a good question. We're about to find out. All right. Show me the people she works with, please. People that Tina works with, how do they feel about the relationship at work? Oh, Tina, do you want I'm trying to be respectful when I say this, okay? Do you want the truth that's going to rip like a Band-Aid? It's going to hurt, but it'll be done. Or do I need to pad the message a little for you? Be honest. They feel that you shouldn't talk so much about your issues at work. They don't care to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They want to focus on their work and be left alone. It's almost like the ringleader here is they're disturbed in a way that says, get off my shoulders with your crap. You know, we should just come in, say hello to one another. Good morning, the niceties, and then get the F away from me. That's how it looks to me in the cards. They have like their own lives that they want to focus on. Yeah, these people are like, I don't know if they, some of them are taking care of responsibilities. Some of them, you know what I see about this group here? None of them are problem solvers. Wow. That's new and different. You know, there's the bumblebees, right? There's the queen bee, and she's got hard work because her body needs to be used to make the babies. But then the baby bumblebees get tended to and grow up to be just regular worker bees. None of them know how to solve a problem. They're not built like that. This person up here is paying something online and they're having a hard time. To me, it feels like someone who's getting stats. Maybe they're in the, maybe they're watching the news all the time and they got feelings about it. But this person up here is like looking at also at how much work they are doing and nobody else is doing the work. Like they're carrying the majority of the load and somebody is over here screwing it all up. They have enough to do, but they're focused on like work. This person down here just wants to talk to somebody. They have a crush. This is someone at your workplace that has an inappropriate crush on the actual worker bee. But they don't do any work or they don't do anything that this person up here would admire. So she or he is not even on that person's radar. This person over here on the right, though, this person, it would sound like this. This is the person that listens to you the most, but is also trying to get work done or something like this. I don't know if they're at a cash register. There's something they're doing. And they don't want to have to do the job of someone else because they don't get paid for it. It would be like, I don't want to train this person because they don't pay me to be a trainer. So I flat out refuse. I'm going to do exactly, I'm going to clock in right exactly. I'm just going to focus and do my work. And then I'm going to clock right back out and I'm going to go home. But they're not going to like, nobody is actually overachieving. None of them are overachievers and none of them are, what do you call those? The worker ants. every office or every business place has the one person that's doing all the work, you know? And this one is on her phone, talking to friends or talking to whatever, maybe going on a vacation, always talking about I'm gonna go on a vacation. This one up here, not my job. This one down here, oh, I feel bad for this one. This one down here has been working this very same job for a long time, and they're looking at a possible promotion. They're waiting on a message to hear back whether they got a promotion or not. They don't know if they have enough skills to do what they're doing. It's that sort of thing, because they want to be free of the whole hot mess. They also have a soulmate person that they grew up with. This is a soulmate, soul contract person to them that they grew up with. Oh, yeah, they want to move back closer to family. This one. Yeah, because they want to see somebody they grew up with. So you see, Tina, I don't think any of them's about you. I think they're all in their own little worlds. Okay, cool. Thanks for showing up. All right, who's next? Who wants the truth according to the Light Seers Tarot? Who wants the truth? Who wants to break out of an idea? It's an idea that lives in your head. You have hit a wall, my friend. You've hit a wall. Need a little assistance. Is my next card going to be a lemon? I don't know. I got to let go of you, because every time I hang out with you and feel you, I and my sacral, and I can feel this very weak, how would you say it? It's that I'm not sure if I can. It's like you have to make a big choice on only 50%. I only got 50%. So there's, I mean, I guess you could call it nervousness if you wanted to, but it's gonna take courage. So stop doing that. Go to the fridge, open the fridge, look for something to eat. And while you're doing that, I'll lay your card, Brandon. Brandon's next card gonna be a lemon. What's Brandon's next card gonna be? Hi, Lulu. Okay. Brandon, can you hear me? Something happened with my earbuds. Can you hear me, Brandon? Okay, good. Oh, it's really creepy when I see stuff like this because I'm all like, okay, feelings, thoughts, more that, feelings and thoughts. And then all of a sudden I get to the very last card and it's a literally not like darker skin. No, this is straight up onyx black. It's like a boom, like raw just came into the room. And it's hitting the ground really hard, like with a punch. And it's like circumstances. The way they said it was, don't the circumstances demand it? Question mark. Hasn't it gotten to that point? This is rising an idea in your head with hope and giving something a try. You're going through the test that Heather and I had to go through. Pretty much everybody's getting this test, right? Will you be brave enough to try just one more time? It's like, I know you've tried once. I know you've tried twice. But are they willing to try that third time? Or have they lost faith? They want to see it in action. Yeah, Heather and I got the same test. Your worry and concern is founded. I see the thing over here. I do. Yeah, you're supposed to do it. And even if it came to troubles, it would just be a small maintenance trouble. And I have a friendship here that would be there for you in a time of need, right? Soulmate, soul contract person. Dang. There's also a visit with friends. Visit with friends far away. Yeah. This is giving you also the ability to take care of your own needs. Wow. Leave the haters behind, man. Look at that. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Faithful, loyal, looking at something different with the Tower. The Chariot card shows up in the upright, man. It's good. It is appropriate to be nervous. Yes, because it's the test. It's the test of the broadcasting system. The person was telling the truth. If they sent an email or they sent a picture, it's in the upright. They were absolutely hands down telling you the truth. It's gonna take faith. You got to have faith. It's gonna take faith. Yeah. That's the test. Yeah, we had to do it too. And yeah, there might be some little bumps, but pretty awesome that you have friends. Pretty awesome that you got friends. Hi, Lena Creote. How you doing? It's good to see everybody. Lulu wants to... Chances of moving by the end of December. I started declaring a few days ago. Hold on. Oh. It's the same place kind of as Brandon's, where it grabs both the sacral and the solar plexus of mine. It just kind of, it's like when you're knee boarding and the boat takes off, and you're like, whoa. Yeah. Ooh. Lupita, I have November being, November is going to be your most stressful month. They're showing me that. They're showing me traffic being more congested is what they're saying. They're also saying that that's not all. There may be a worry with your vehicle concerning a starter, or it's a small fix as well, this vehicle thing. It would be like not having your oil changed in a long time. You need to get it changed. You need to check your vehicle double over, is what this person is saying. You don't want to lose time, especially in the mornings. There's something happening in November where the children are confused. There's a confusion, like a normal routine holiday that was always normal gets interrupted in a very large way, and you're trying to comfort them. I've known you for a long time. It feels like a family member who is in a vehicle accident at like the end of October. If it is not an anniversary, if it is one of those kind of anniversaries every year, where November turns out to be a very challenging month. There might be a lot of crying. Perhaps you've cried all during November. Okay. November is also a very strong time for you to get pregnant, they're saying. If this is a shot that you usually get for yourself, it may no longer be available. You need to be careful then. You need to be careful because November, they're showing you very fertile, very fertile. The money is good. You've bought yourself a brand new sweater of some sort. It's very pretty. It would be like wearing a pretty sweater for Thanksgiving, say. And there is an accident that I do see affecting a brother. Maybe not yours directly, but it's direct enough that it hits your little nucleus family. The children are upset. I see that. There is a new routine in December, but it's not what you thought it would be. It's like someone is missing, and the children are crying. They're saying, how is it she's always like on the sidelines of that word that we're not allowed to say? Well, my moon conjunct Pluto in the first house. That's why. I receive a certain magnetic frequency that makes that mean. There is something also with your mother. I don't know if it's her teeth. There's a concern there you need to keep double checking in with her about. It is a big issue. Yes, it is. It's a tough November. Like you're asking that question about moving in December. Your plans are going to shift before then, is what they're saying. Because whatever this this change is, the children are in need of you. And I see you like reaching your hand out to grab both of them or two of them, kind of pull them in and go, no, 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 no. It's okay. You don't have to cry. You don't have to, you know. November is going to be big. Yeah. Your plans are definitely going to change before December. That's what I got, babe. It feels like your job is doing well. Like your job is doing well. She's going to have to stay probably until May because of what is happening. Yeah, you're going to have to run and make a swift decision, like a big one. When you hear that something someone is going to express something that about a negative, impactful choice right here that comes on rather suddenly, where something stops because of that. It just stops. You see it's like crash. I have a horse that runs into horse. Do you see it? The horse runs into the horse fast, or it runs into something that's been planted in the ground like a tree. Boom. Concrete pole, building, whatever this is. Do you see it? It's going to happen really, really sudden, and you're going to hear about it. You're not going to know what direction it's going to make it. Is it not going to make it? Do you see the 8? Here's 3 of Wands in the upright, 5 of Wands. That's 8. And then you have 8. The one with the fire right here, that's the one that goes really, really, really fast. And look, that's the one you're not expecting. And you see how it's a brother or it's something right there. Divine, it's a masculine. It's a masculine person. And it's sort of like saying, just tell me whatever I need to do. There's worry. The whole family is together. Someone who normally, this is like a surgeon or someone coming in, and notice she's pointing, could be EMS, pointing at the car, not able, doing this action without pump right there. And then I have that. They're very sorry they tried. They tried. You see it, right? IUVS, soulmate, soul contract person. So the holiday is it's not gonna be right without this person in it. It's not gonna be right without this person in it. Yeah. You're gonna have to hold off on the new beginning. I can see that. Because there's someone here, it's like changing direction and course, the choice that you make based off of what needs to happen here to keep someone anchored and safe or protected or something. Yeah. You see what I see? It's going to change, babe. Just remain open. This is someone that you talk to every day. You're ready to talk to this person every single day. This person drives with their knee. They know how to drive with their knee. Or they do it a lot. Yeah. All right, you guys, I've been on here for 116 minutes. Kai is staring off into space. I'm going to get off of here and take a break and see if I can't record at least one for the patrons tonight. Okay? It'll be Aquarius because that's the one I know I need to do. Mwah! I will see you guys soon. Take care. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Lupita.